I'm trying something new today. I don't know how this is going to sound, but I am trying to record my OBS um, live stream on my phone instead of on my camera. Now, my camera looks like this. Let me go to my camera real quick. And um, this is my cell phone. So I'm not using the microphone from my desktop. I'm using just the camera microphone to see how it can sound. That's why I didn't use the microphone that is over here to my right. I'm just using the camera audio to see how this will sound. I'm on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. I am using the VDO.Ninja app to pull this into OBS to see how this would work. Obviously, if I had a microphone, it will work a little bit better as far as the sound. So I have no clue how this sounds, even when I turn on the monitoring with headphones, which I'm not even using. These are useless. I'm just talking right into the phone. So it's probably a lot of background noise. But I'm wondering if I record this and throw this in to CapCut, the free version. You might need the pro version and see how this looks. So this is just a test. It's not even a long video. This is to see if you can get away with doing some live streaming as far as being podcasting or just doing some OBS work or even some YouTube work on just your phone. Now, the video looks fine to me. I mean, side by side, I'm sure the other camera will look a little better. And I'm not going to set up a scene for it, but I mean, just switching back and forth between them. If I go to studio mode and I'll go to my live broadcast here and switch back and forth, I'm not going to, you won't hear me talking when I switch. So this is the difference. So these are the two. Now they're not even at the same angle. And also, I could probably pull this down. There'll be a little bit of a noise here. Okay, put that down. I'm sure you can play with the ISO or something here in the camera. Let me go to my, let me take studio mode off. Let me go into my VDO.Ninja camera and let me go to filters live. This is all live. And throw a color correction on here. Color correction. Click OK. And let's play with the gamma a little bit. So yeah, I can use the gamma to knock down some of that brightness. Contrast, maybe play with the contrast, even some of the brightness as well. I can always knock some of the saturation off, give me a little bit of a better hue. So yeah, when I'm doing with that, messing with that. So that is with the color correction on, color correction off. So I can adjust some settings here and make this seem pretty useful. This is for those who may not have a camera. I mean, I have a desktop stand for a camera, and I am it's a freeze up. I don't know if the phone somebody was ringing. I can't see because I'm using the rear view camera. If I turn to the front facing camera, let me here. This is the front facing camera. So it's a little bit less quality. And obviously I have to raise this a little bit. I can raise that there. Obviously, if I put it on a stand or something, I don't have any stand here to put it on. But obviously, there's a couple different ways. Does it look like this version of the live? No, it doesn't. But if you don't have the budget for a camera, will this work? Right? Let me take off the filters and see if it looks any different. Okay. Yeah, the filters just give you some ability. One thing you have to realize is that instead of looking at yourself in the camera, you do have to look at where the camera is. So my camera's in the bottom right. So in order to be looking at the screen, it's better that I look bottom right. Um, but will this work? I mean, if you don't have budget for a camera, can you use this? Obviously, I like the back quality a little better, so I'm gonna flip that back around. Yeah, I like the back quality better, and I'm gonna have to turn the filter back on here. I like that better. I wonder if I move this across, do I get a little better lighting? Obviously, if I'm able to move it up, and so if I can find a stand or something to put this on, right? I have a big light up here, actually a light up here too. That's probably why it's. Let me just move it back. See what happens if I move this back. Forgive the noise. Again, I'm trying to see how much I can get accomplished without having to use my cam. So, and that's a little bit in the way of my laptop gets in the way. We move this back. I don't see why this wouldn't be a viable option. Um, let me switch mics here real quick and show you what it looks like with a better mic. So I'm gonna pull this over. And I'm gonna pull this over. So obviously, this is my this is my uh this is my Audio Technica mic right here, and a good mic and a cell phone camera. Now I can switch back and forth between my live broadcasts. So this is my $1,500 camera, and this is my cell phone. You tell me the difference on why you can't get your live stream or your podcast started, because it looks like you can do it with either one. I know that the audio on the, I do notice that in the post edit, the audio sync and latency is off if I use this microphone versus the phone microphone. So I would say pick one audio source and try to sync the audio to whichever one's going to be most effective. And you can do that by going into the settings and changing the latency, which is going to be here in your settings. Actually, it's not even in your settings. It's actually, if you right click on the, let me turn the zoom on real quick. And if you click here and go to advanced audio properties, you'll see right here that you have a sync offset. Right now, my sync offset is 150 milliseconds on this microphone, which will affect if I switch the video sources of different video sources. Normally it's the ATM, but this is actually two completely independent video sources, which are my phone versus my camera. So I had to interrupt that video to tell you that you must make sure that your latency is lined up for both so that it's fairly close. So back to the video. One, I know that the audio on the microphone sounds better if I switch this off and I turn that on. Obviously, the audio is going to sound much better coming from the microphone than it does coming from the actual audio device. But to use this, you're going to need an audio capture card. You're going to need a microphone stand. You're going to need mics. You know, a whole lot of more stuff. I'm probably going to experiment with a inexpensive lavalier mic that you plug into the phone to see if that increases the quality, or even a Bluetooth headset. I don't have mine with me, but at the end of the day, I think this will work. If you don't have a camera, no problem. Use VDO.Ninja app. I think it works on all devices. Pull it into your OBS and you can still do what you need to do. I mean, I can still include it in some of my other setups. I just need to go set this up and see if this will work. But yeah, experiment with your phone. See what you can get done with your phone. If you don't have the budget for a camera, if you can get a mic, get some lights. Lights are pretty cheap, but start it with your phone. See how that works. Michael Williams, White Label Consulting. See you later.